I'm a menace to public safety.
Is she in full possession of her faculties?
Of course. Mrs. Birdsworth knew exactly what she was doing when she stole the goods.
Thank you. Mrs. Birdsworth has admitted her guilt. There is no reason to believe she was insane at the time. Elizabeth Birdsworth, I sentence you to 6 months' detention in Wentworth Detention Centre.
You little beauty!
I don't want any of your little heart-to-hearts about my responsibility to my children. I won't appeal, and that's that.
Pat, I didn't bring you in here to coerce you. I've just had a phone call from the matron at the children's home. Your son, Andrew, ran away 24 hours ago. They've got a search party out now looking for him.
Look, I know you're here for the kids, and that's fine by me. But when I find out you use your hard-earned cash to bail out 2 women...
The money will be there when we need it. They won't run out.
No? Well, that's not the point. I don't give a damn who you're sleeping with. But when what you're buying means that the children go without a decent education...
The money will be there, I told you.
I'm telling you to get out.
Early one morning, just as the sun was rising, they chucked me in.
Birdsworth!
With all me.
Will you be quiet?
Cruise.
Get a move on. You built up quite a little collection, didn't you, Birdsworth?
Yeah. Seems a shame to lock all these lovely clothes away.
Don't worry. The uniform's much more fitting for you.
You really think so?
Sign here, Birdsworth, and hurry up.
Uh-oh.
You can take these with you.
Oh.
Leave that behind.
I want to make me room look a bit homely.
I said put it back.
Who you putting me in with, Miss Bennett?
No one.
Oh, fair go, Miss Bennett. You know I don't like being on me own.
You'll just have to get used to it.
Oh, come on, Miss Bennett. I'm an old woman. I might have one of me attacks in the middle of the night.
I'm raising you.
Too good for me.
You're bluffing.
No, I'll leave her alone. She's doing okay. And I'm out.
I know how to play.
I'm out too.
Must be my lucky day.
Hey, Pat, how about a couple of hands?
No, thanks.
Oh, come on, love. Worrying about Andy's going to drive you around the bend. They'll find him.
If he went back to Malakuta. But if he's not there, I don't know where he'd run off to.
Anyone would think you wasn't expecting me.
Oh, Lizzie!
I might have known, you old cow. How long did they give you this time?
6 months, same as you.
You want your head red.
I did, and they found out that I knew what I was doing. Oh, hiya, Pat. How are you?
Oh, fine, Lizzie, just fine.
Oh, Lizzie, you don't
Miss
know
Bennett,
Sharon.
have they found my son yet?
We'll let you know.
You been in
Well,
before?
can I ring the home to see if Emma's all right?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Well, she'll be wondering where her brother is.
Well, that's not our problem, is it?
You was hollering blue murder.
So tell us, why they want to put an old derro like you in jail for 6 months?
Well, it wasn't easy. I had to convince them that I was a public menace.
Well, it only took me one go. This idiot wanted to get inside as well.
Hey, how come?
Well, been near a friend.
Me too.
You're both mad.
You want to play some more, or you're quitting while you're ahead?
Oh, you're a glutton for punishment. What are you playing?
What's poker? You want to join us?
Oh, I don't know if I remember, but I'll have a go.
Anybody would think we were running a holiday camp instead of a prison.
I take it Lizzie's made her grand entrance.
If this place was run the way it should be, they wouldn't be so keen to come back.
Look, she's been institutionalised far too long. I guess this place does feel like home.
That's my point. It shouldn't be. It's a punishment centre and ought to be a deterrent.
Well, perhaps if there were more rehabilitation programs, the women would be able to cope better when they're released.
Oh, rubbish. It's ideas like that give them the idea that they're having an easy time of it.
You may feel what you like, but don't go telling me I'm talking rubbish.
You've been listening to Paul Reed too much.
Not everybody thinks the same way as you do, Vera. If you don't like the system, why don't you get out?
It's my job.
Well, then just do it without trying to make everybody as miserable as you are.
Look, Meg,
let's just drop it. I want to go home.
I was only discussing a point.
All right, it's been discussed.
But at least I'm not a hypocrite. You can't tell me you'll want your friend to get off scot-free.
What?
Jeff Butler, when you testify against him, won't you be thinking he should be punished?
Look, all I want is to have it over and forget about it.
If any man hit me like that, I'd want him to suffer.
It's a wonder you don't want capital punishment to be brought back, Vera.
Meg! Look, I'm sorry about all of that. I'm so used to handling the inmates that sometimes I forget how to talk to normal people.
It's already forgotten.
Look, you wouldn't want to come and have dinner at my place tonight, would you?
Oh, no, sorry. I've got things to do at home.
Hello, Meg.
What are you doing here?
I had to see you. Can we talk? Alone?
I think it would be better if I stayed, Mr. Butler.
Have we met?
Once in a hotel. I was with Meg.
I believe we'll be seeing one another in court in a couple of days.
What do you want?
Well, I guess I wanted to make a long overdue apology. I've been on bail and, well, I've had a lot of time to think, sort things out. I'd always been a fighting man and it just got to me. I wasn't myself and I wanted you to know that.
If you're trying to make Meg change her testimony, I think the police would be interested.
Meg's always known what she's doing.
Most of the time.
I've really changed, you know.
You're too late. Excuse me.
Yeah, could I have 851126, please? 105. Yeah, right.
Hello? Yes?
I thought I'd better let you know where I am in case there's an emergency or something. If Maddie's asthma starts playing up again, I want to know about it. Damn it all, I'm trying to do the right thing, you know. I'm still their father, in case you've forgotten.
Well, you should have thought of that before you started playing around. But if it makes you feel any better. Right. I'll need it anyway to give to my lawyer to sort out the details for the divorce.
Don't worry, you can have it all. The only thing I want out of this is to be able to see my kids whenever I want to.
You'll have to talk to our lawyers about that.
The kids must have left the door open. Well, it's been a while, Leela. Aren't you going to say hello? Jim around?
He doesn't live here anymore. He walked out on me.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Leela?
Oh, check for yourself.
Where is he?
I don't know. He walked out, that's all. We had an argument and he packed his bags and left.
Well, don't you worry about it, Leela. I'll find him. I'll see myself out.
Michael actually rang your wife and told her?
Yeah, well, if he couldn't get me sacked, the next best thing he could do was get at me through my family.
Spiteful little coward. I'm sorry, Jim.
Leela and I haven't cared for each other for years. She's just using you as an excuse to stop me from seeing the kids.
Well, she can't do that, surely.
I don't know what she can do. We have to live apart for a year before we get a divorce. Maybe she could get a court order in that time to stop me from seeing them.
Well, would it help if we stopped seeing each other?
No, I couldn't bear that.
What are you going to do?
Fight her for them.
But if there's a scandal, you could lose your job. That won't help your case. You can't keep coming here on the pretext of seeing your bail isn't running out on you.
I wish they'd hurry up and get that playgroup started. Might buck everyone up. Although, I don't think Pat'd be very interested, though. You know, I reckon Bea must be real sweet on that bloke.
Yeah?
That Ken fella, you know, the one who's taken the classes. I've never seen her so interested in anything before. It's got to be him. You and Sharon have a row or something?
No, why?
I just think you're a bit down in the dumps.
I didn't sleep very well last night, that's all.
Sharon keep you awake with all her complaining.
Oh, she doesn't mean half of what she says.
Well, if you ask me, I reckon she's spoilt rotten.
Yeah, I guess. It's my fault, too. I let her have her own way all the time.
How come?
I don't know. I guess I want to protect her, that's all.
What from? You got any family?
Oh, yeah. Back in the States. They could be dead for all I know, though. I haven't seen them for about 20 years.
Oh, crikey.
See, Doreen, I come from this really small town, you know? Really small, narrow-minded place. Well, when I lived there, being gay was about the worst thing you could be. I had an affair with an older woman, a schoolteacher.
Yeah?
Rumors started. Suddenly we became the scum of the earth, you know? My father, he called me every name in the book, and he threw me out. So I had this opportunity to come to Australia. I thought it was a good idea. I've written to him, but he's never answered.
And what about your friend?
Barbara. Oh, she lost her job, then she hung herself. You know those pious bastards, they said that it was proving how sick she was. I never want anything to destroy anything that I love ever again. Never.
Oh, Judy, look! Hello? Aren't you cute? Isn't he cute, Judy? Look.
Hello there. I think it's a girl, though. Oh, he's filthy.
Yeah, she's probably hungry, too. Oh, you know who to come to, Oh, I'm sorry. You know who to come to. Your Auntie Doreen. I'll look after you. Oh, we can't leave her out here, though, can we, Judy?
Well, we can't keep her, Doreen.
But I found her. Screws don't have to know, do they? What a cutie.
Have you been away, Mrs. Fletcher?
No. Why do you say that?
Well, you should tell your husband to let you know what shifts he's working.
Oh, it was really Meg I wanted to see.
Hello, Lila.
Oh, I'm sorry to get you at work, Meg. I was wondering if you'd give this to Jim.
Well, he should be in soon.
I saw Jeff Butler last night. He was looking for Jim. He'll probably want to see you, too.
Yes, well, he already has.
Oh, I just thought I'd warn you. I don't like that man. Anyway, would you mind telling Jim?
All right. Excuse me.
What are you doing here?
You left some of your things.
Well, why the hell couldn't you leave them at the hotel?
I've been ringing the hotel until 2 this morning. But obviously you had better things
Yes,
to do.
Mrs. Davidson.
Well, we can't talk here.
Could you look after reception for a moment, Mr. Fletcher? That is, if you're not too busy.
Yes, Miss Bennett. You don't own me anymore, Leela. You threw me out, remember?
I rang you because Jeff Butler's after you. I didn't tell him...
Oh, yeah, you'd use any excuse to check up on me, wouldn't you? What have you been telling Meg?
Nothing.
If you want to air our dirty linen in public, then I suggest you do it somewhere else, not at work.
It's your dirty linen, Jim, not mine. And don't worry, I didn't mention your little friend, if that's what you're worried about. I have more important things to think about. Like the welfare of our children. It's a pity you haven't been thinking of them.
What I got. Oh. She broke into the garden all by herself. She must have come in when the paddy wagon came in.
Oh, you little sweetheart.
Oh, it stinks. Oh, you're just jealous because I found it.
What for God's sake are you doing bringing her in here?
Oh, we've got to find somewhere to hide her, Bee, just till we figure out how we can keep her.
How do you think you're going to hide her? She's not exactly the sort of thing you can slip into your pillowcase, you know.
Oh, you'll think of something, Bee.
What's this? A union meeting? O'Connell, you're wanted in the governor's office.
Oh, have they found Andrew, Miss Bennett?
Oh, how would I know? Why aren't you two in the garden?
In the garden? Oh, you know, we just were looking for some more tools from the storeroom, Miss Bennett.
And you just had to go through the laundry on your way, I suppose.
Right.
What was that?
Oh, please, Miss Bennett, can't we go?
Be quiet.
Must have overtaxed me strength.
I can well imagine how much work you've done this morning, Birdsworth.
Yeah, it's been murder.
So go to the staff room and make the morning tea. How did that thing get in here?
Oh, please, Miss Bennett, we've got to keep her just till she gets a feed, at least.
Yeah, fair go, Miss Bennett.
Don't talk rubbish and get something to use for a leash. Now move. I'm sure the governor will be pleased to hear that this is how you abuse the lessening of security. I think it's high time we put a stop to all your little comings and goings. For good.
I'm surprised that Smith is so keen. She usually isn't cooperative without an ulterior motive. How did you convince her?
I had a little bit of help from Ken Pierce. They speak the same language.
Yes, he doesn't seem the sort of man who'd stand any nonsense from the women.
Well, he's very anxious to get the project started as soon as possible.
All right. Arrange for him to come in tomorrow afternoon, if that works out. We'll see about his coming in twice a week.
Fine.
Come in.
I thought you might be interested in seeing this.
May I ask where you found it, Miss Bennett?
The women smuggled it into the prison. I found the smelly little animal in the laundry.
I see.
Hello, puppy dog.
Don't encourage it. It shouldn't be in here.
Well, why don't you give it a couple of days in solitary confinement and teach it a lesson?
This is not a joking matter, Mr. Reed. This wouldn't have happened if the gates had been kept locked. I knew they'd be up to something as soon as we slackened off.
Would you mind taking it outside for the moment, Miss Bennett? I think O'Connell's needs are a little more urgent, don't you? I thought you might like to see your son.
You mean they found him?
Yes, exactly where you said he'd be.
Is he all right?
Mrs. Jackson has taken him into the garden.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Davidson, thank you.
Oh, hello, darling. Reported you to the governor, did she? Bloody mongrel. No, not talking about you. I'm talking about old Vinegar. Come on, love. You and me are going to be mates. Yeah, I'm going to look after you. Young Prudence and old Lizzie. Now, how is that, eh? Old Lizzie and young Prudence. I'll just hide you in there, right? And off we go. Shh. Don't you make noise, now.
Wait at the gates for Mrs. Jackson, O'Connell.
Yes, Miss Bennett.
Hold it right there, Birdsworth. Where's the dog?
Dog? What dog?
Get that out of there immediately.
Oh, Miss Bennett, you're not going to take her away. Oh.
Take her out.
Oh, come on, love.
I'm going to have to put you on report for this. You can't be trusted for 2 seconds.
Oh, look out for a leg there, Miss Bennett.
Now sit down. Go on.
What's all the noise about?
Oh, Mrs. Davidson, we're going to look after her. She's not going to do any harm, little Prudence. Can't we keep her here? Can't we really look after her?
We're not running a pet shop.
Oh, but she's a dear little sweetheart, isn't she, Mrs. Davidson?
I'd say she's a pedigree. Someone probably owns her.
Yeah, me and Doreen.
Miss Bennett is right, Lizzie. You cannot keep a dog in the prison. I shall call the RSPCA.
The what?
It's an organisation that looks after homeless dogs.
Oh, yeah.
In the meantime, you can take her out into the garden until they pick her up.
Oh, thank you. Oh, come on, love. Come on, out we go now. Into the garden. Thanks, Mrs. Davidson. Come on, love.
Good girl. Isn't she good?
Very good dog. If you wet me again, Doreen, I'm going to thump you.
Why have you got to stay here so long? You can't be that naughty, Mum.
Some people think I am.
Then why don't you let Emma and me stay with you?
Now, look, there are lots of kids your age in that home. It can't be that bad, love.
I hate it. And next time, I'm taking Emma, and they'll never find us.
Hey, what about your mother? Now, she's been very worried about you.
Well, I'll tell her where we are.
Listen, darling. I know what it's like being somewhere you hate. Well, I hate being here, but I haven't run away, now have I?
Why not?
Well, because they'd only come after me and catch me and bring me back, and then I'd have to stay even longer.
When are you coming to get us?
As soon as I can. I promise.
I'm sorry. Time's up.
Could Mr. Reed tell my solicitor I want to see her?
All right, I'll let him know.
As I see it, I've got two alternatives. Either I can sweat it out in here, hoping to heaven my kids don't run off again, or I can put my life into hock and go to court.
Pat, there is legal aid, and you know that.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know we've been through all this before. I'm just trying to get it straight in my head. The way I see it, I'm gambling on getting off. If I don't get off, well, either way, my kids could end up without a roof over their heads.
Well, it's your decision. Nobody's forcing you into it. If you need more time to think about it.
Time? Look, time's not going to alter the fact that I've ruined my kids' lives. I've just seen Andrew. Yeah, he needs me, I know that. But he needs a good education, too, and a decent home, and everything a kid needs to get started in life. Everything his father never had. And Emma might marry the first bloke who comes along just to get out of some flea trap that we're living in. I'll watch them grow up hating the world and then end up in a place like this. That's what I'm offering my kids.
Pat, there's not a parent alive who can be absolutely certain how their kids are going to turn out. You can give them everything in material terms, but they can still go off the rails if there's no love or security. And I think that you've got more than enough of that to give. Okay? Okay, I'll make the arrangements with Miss Saunders.
Well, I lived around horses a lot when I was a kid. But what I really wanted was my own dog. You know, I used to pretend that I had one. Well, that was back when I was by myself.
Oh, how'd it go?
I'm going ahead with the appeal.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Mum will have to sell the house. Not that she owns much of it, but it'll
Could I have your
help.
attention, please? For those of you who are interested, the drama classes will commence tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, great.
There have been various classes in the past, most of which have been dropped due to lack of enthusiasm or because the privileges were abused. I'm hoping these will be successful. However, should there be any difficulty at all, they will be stopped immediately. I'm expecting the women involved to set an example. Thank you.
It's not there.
The RSPCA have come to collect the dog. It seems to have disappeared. Do any of you know where it could be?
Who was the last to see it?
Well, I suppose it was Judy and me, but it was okay then. We tied it up just like Miss Bennett said. It must have got out.
All right.
Probably we wanted to get away from you.
Oh, cut it out, Miss Sharon.
What are you siding with her for? She everyone's little pet or something.
Look, I'm not in the mood, okay?
The manager let me in. Hope you don't mind.
Of course not.
Thought it'd be the safest place we could meet.
You're a hard man to find, mate. I had to resort to following you home from work.
What do you want?
Well, no wonder you didn't tell Leela where you were staying.
Excuse me. I've got to be going.
Aren't you going to introduce us?
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll give you a call, all right?
You know they dropped the charges that I was recruiting mercenaries.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, they had me under surveillance for weeks. Couldn't prove anything. So now the only rap I've got to beat is the assault on me.
I see.
I've really been having a pretty hard time of it, mate. This whole mess has ruined me. I can't get a job, I'm skint.
Well, look, if you need a few bucks, I can
I'm
always...
not asking for a handout, mate. All I want's another chance.
What do you mean?
Do I have to spell it out? Any chance of a drink?
Yeah, hope so.
If I can clear this one, mate, I'll get out of the country. Go somewhere where I'm useful. I'm a fighting man. I always have been. If you take that away from me, I'm nothing. Besides, you can't hit a man when he's down. Particularly for something he did when he was off the air. And I did give you a chance back in Nam, remember?
I haven't forgotten.
Well, that's all I want, mate. Another chance. To two bloody good mates.
I hope she's going to be okay out there all by herself.
Yeah, well, after the scrubbing we gave her, someone's bound to want her.
I suppose it's better than being in an old dog's home where someone might put her to sleep.
Birdsworth? Are you feeling all right, Birdsworth?
Yeah, just thought I'd turn in early, Miss Bennett.
She must be crook.
Are you sure you're not sick?
Quite sure, honest.
How did that get there?
Oh, I must have spilt me glass of water.
Yeah, Lizzie, have you heard the song Doreen's rehearsing for the playgroup?
Will
Sing,
you
Doreen.
women get out of here?
Oh, come on, now before lights out, Miss Bennett.
You've got the cutest little baby
This
face.
is not a sideshow.
And not another one can take your place. Baby face.
Look, Smith, will you be quiet and listen to me, or I'll put you on report.
Baby
Shut up!
face.
For this piece of stupidity, you can lose your privileges. Now get out of here.
You got no taste for the arts, that's your problem, Vera.
Smith, I'm sure when the RSPCA call again tomorrow, they're more than likely to find a dog in the garden, don't you think?
Wouldn't be at all surprised, Mr. Jackson.
What were you looking for, Miss Bennett?
You don't fool me for a second, Birdsworth.
Of all the stupid, harebrained things to do, Lizzie.
Oh, well, I couldn't leave her out in the garden. That's how me cat dropped dead.
Now, how are we going to smuggle her past the screws? If Vera sees us with this much, she'll throw the book at us. Now, if those drama classes get cancelled because of you,
I figured out a way, Bee.
Well, what are you doing in here?
I thought we could smuggle her out to the bin in this.
Good thinking, Dor.
Yeah, I could take her out.
I'll do it.
You had her in your room last night after I did all the dirty work. It's not fair.
Well, you knock it off, you two, and just get it out of here.
She gets to do everything.
Well, who cares? It's going to be taken away anyhow.
Look, you're not meant to be in the garden.
And you're not meant to be in the laundry, you little...
Both your blocks off. You're using threats again, Smith. I thought if I kept an eye on Anderson, she'd lead me to the dog. You're all slipping.
Oh, I was just keeping her until I let her go, Miss Bennett. I don't want her to go to the RSPCA.
You should have thought of that before.
Oh, what's going to happen to Prudence if nobody wants her?
They'll destroy her. What do you think?
Oh, you wouldn't let him do that, would you, Miss Bennett?
Just because you never had a dog when you were a kid, there's no need to hate her that much.
Don't push me, Birdsworth.
Shut up, Lizzie.
Well, Smith, I'm glad to see you're coming to your senses.
Law-abiding citizen, that's me, Vera. What's the matter with you two? She could have cancelled the acting classes.
Yeah, well, if she hadn't started to throw her weight around, we might have got her out in time.
Look who's talking about weight.
Oh. It's all your fault if she gets bumped off.
The next one who shoots her mouth off is going to get a thick lip.
Right, these seem fine. I'll take you to the recreation room.
Good, thank you. Now, Mrs. Jackson. Couldn't you get rid of him?
I told him you didn't want to see him, but he wouldn't go. He seemed awfully upset. Something to do with Caroline. Oh, I don't know.
All right, thanks.
Would you drive me to the court this afternoon?
Yes, of course. All right, what's this about Caroline?
Well, it's more to do with you, actually.
I think it's time you and me had a little chat.
I'd feel happier talking here. I'm willing to pay you to stay away from Caroline.
What?
Just name your price. A job like this can't pay much. You could probably do with some money.
You get out of here before I throw you
I
out.
don't think you'd want to create a scene, Fletcher.
If you think for 1 second I'd take you seriously, then you're sicker than I thought.
So just tell me what you want. You want me to beg? All right, I'm begging. Leave her alone. Yes, Miss Bennett?
I'm just going out for my lunch hour. That's all, Mr. Fletcher.
I think you better start facing facts, Simpson. Nothing's going to change her feelings about you, with or without me. Now, do I call the gate and have you forcibly removed, or are you going to go quietly?
Mr. Simpson, isn't it?
Yes?
How's your wife getting on?
You're better off asking Jim Fletcher that. He's the one who's been seeing her.
Oh, I'm sure he wouldn't be silly enough to do that. Officers aren't supposed to associate with ex-prisoners.
Then your governor doesn't care about it. I rang and told her, but he's still working there, isn't he?
Well, it was probably your word against his. The only way the proper action can be taken is if there's positive proof. Mrs. Davidson is very against her staff being involved in a scandal, I assure you.
The lunch bell's gone.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, come on, Doreen. Sharon loved that dog as much as anybody.
Yeah? Well, old Bennett's going to have her put down because of her.
You don't know that. I mean, someone's bound to want it.
Oh, Sharon always wants what everybody else wants.
Yeah, but you couldn't have kept it.
Yeah, but at least by now it might have been free.
There she goes. Poor little thing.
Murderer! Bloody killer! Yeah, how would you feel being taken to the glue factory?
I started the men's prison off on improvisation. Seemed to work okay. Well, it just gives me some idea how well they can express themselves. What do you think?
Well, you're the expert.
Yeah, but you know the women better than anyone.
Well, from what I've heard, they don't have any worries expressing themselves, believe you me.
Oh, when I think of the number of times I spent in that pound. You know, I used to read aloud just so I could remember the sound of my own voice.
Well, at least you got out with an education.
But it didn't help me to relate to people. You have to have someone who understands to do that.
Well, what about family or friends?
When you're in and out of prison for 20 years, you lose them all.
Yeah. I think the only people I know on the outside are the ones I've met in here. You ever been married?
Yeah, when I was 17.
Didn't she stand by you?
Well, a year after we got married, I got 5. Then I figured I should bust out and look after her. Look after her. 2 days later, I got busted for armed robbery. Cop 20 years. Haven't seen her since.
Do you ever figure on getting caught?
Now I would, yeah, but not then. When I was 18, I reckon I was untouchable.
Yeah, I knew I'd be caught. And I thought it was worth it.
And now?
I'd do it again. How do you think you'll go rehabilitating me?
I reckon it's worth a try.
You go on in. I'll be there in a minute.
Oh, I don't mind waiting.
Please.
Nothing better to do with your time, Simpson?
It's a free country.
Just what the hell do you think you're playing at?
You're the one who's playing.
It's better than
Okay, you lot, I've got 2 things to say to you. Oi! The success of this group depends on you. So if it packs in, it's your loss. Number 2, if it does fold up, you are going to have me to answer to. So anyone who gets out of line better look out.
If anyone's going to keep order, Smith, it'll be an officer, not an inmate.
Look, lady, B's right. If this does fall through, it will be your loss. You see, the whole idea of this group is to help you to, well, have confidence in yourselves and to communicate. Okay? Now, I thought we'd start off with improvisation. Oh, that's just putting on a small play without any preparation. As you make it up as you go along. Use your own imagination.
Get their kicks out of watching
Could be
little
any topic you
animals
like.
get tortured.
You can play any
Well,
person you
I
like.
heard that some of them even like watching them be murdered.
And then I'll ask for volunteers.
I got something to do.
Oh, that was quick. What's your name?
Mouse will do.
What's your idea?
I got a poem to say. The boy stood on the burning deck, his pants all full of
Okay, cut it out. Now, we want an idea for a play. You heard.
Yeah, some situation you all know. Something you can identify with.
Lizzie Birdsworth.
Yes, Lizzie.
What about we all do something out of the courts? We've all been in the courts. And
Okay, provided there's more than
You
one
had
person
enough
in it.
already, Brian.
No, I just want to lie down for a minute.
I could act out how I got back inside. It wasn't easy.
We've all heard it before, Lizzie, and it's boring.
Isn't it a fact, Mrs. Jackson, that you'd been out with the defendant several times prior to the alleged assault?
Yes.
And how did he treat you on those occasions?
He was very polite.
Were you taken with him?
I liked him.
Then can you tell the court why a man you liked, a man who was very polite to you, who treated you well, would suddenly attack you?
I was told he was violent, that he attacked a man in a hotel.
We've heard that point raised by the prosecution. May I remind the court the charge against the defendant was dropped through lack of evidence?
It will be struck from the record.
Thank you. Carry on, Mrs. Jackson.
Well, as I said, I was told he was violent. I decided not to see him again. When I told him that, he hit me.
You didn't have a date that night?
No.
I put it to you, Mrs. Jackson, that you were quite taken with the fact that it could be violent, and that you actually enjoy that sort of treatment.
It's not true. If Mr. Fletcher hadn't arrived, I don't know what would have happened to me.
We go on facts, Mrs. Jackson, not assumptions. Did you actually see the defendant hit Mrs. Jackson?
No.
And did you call a doctor to see if she was badly hurt?
No.
Why not?
She was too upset. She just wanted to be left alone.
Well, perhaps she was upset because you interrupted something.
Mr. Morgan, we go on facts, not assumptions.
Your Honor. Then you can't really be sure that Mrs. Jackson was in any danger, can you?
As far as I could see, he was extremely dangerous. He had no hesitation in attacking me. And at the time, I believed him capable of murder.
Did you actually hit Mrs. Jackson?
Much as I hate to admit it, yes. But only once. I went around to tell her I was going overseas, joining the army again. She didn't want me to go, and she got hysterical, so I hit her.
You have a fine army record, Mr. Butler.
Just doing the job.
And you're also responsible for saving Mr. Fletcher's life.
Well, that's water under the bridge now.
So, why would Mr. Fletcher want to testify against you?
I have no idea, sir. Unless...
Go on, Mr. Butler.
Well, the only thing I can think of is envy. Jim was honourably discharged after Vietnam. He didn't like to leave the army, but there was no way he'd ever see active service again. When I was talking about my plans, well, you know how it is. It just started eating him up.
Okay, now you've got the idea. Let's try one more scene, eh? Remember, you're ordinary people, either yourselves or someone you know. So just relax and let your real feelings come through. Okay?
Oh, look at that dear little dog that's come into our garden. It looks as though it's in need of a real home.
Oh, what's going on here? How did this ugly mongrel get inside?
Oh, please, Miss Bennett, she's on her last legs. Can't we keep her till she gets better?
I'll see that you're shot for breaking in here.
Showing my real feelings.
This is a prison, not a dog's home.
You reckon? If you hadn't started all that arguing, Miss Bennett wouldn't have wanted to get rid of her.
Why don't you pick on someone else for a change? Just for that, you're going to get 2 weeks in the pound, Gilmore. For being selfish and such a pain in the backside.
Little baby,
The governor warned you about there being trouble. I'm sure she's going to be very pleased to hear about this. You see that Mr. Pierce has shown out? I told you your little lot would bring an end to this nonsense.
You little bitch.
Jude, you've got to help me. It's Bea. She's out to get me. You've got to do something, Jude.
What are you talking about?
I got into a fight in the class. It wasn't me that started it, I swear. It was Doreen and Lizzie. They were the ones who started it all. But you know, Bea, she's blaming it all onto me. Well, don't just lie there. What am I going to do?
Apologize to her?
What?
Look, there's nothing I can do, love.
What's the matter with you? You gone soft or something? You never let anyone walk all over you before. Or me. You've always looked after me.
Well, I will.
I know what it is. You've gone off me, haven't you? Yeah, I've seen it coming. You don't care about me anymore.
Don't say that, honey. I mean, you know that's not true. It's just that I can't look after you much anymore, that's all.
Yeah, sure. And I bet you'll be real sorry when Bea belts the living daylights out of me, too.
Listen, will you listen to me, damn it? I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you that I can't look after you anymore because I'm sick, damn it. I know that you think I'm just out of condition and tired and all that, but it's my heart, honey.
It couldn't be. You're as strong as an ox. You're pulling my leg.
Well, I know all the symptoms. A long time ago, Sharon, I watched my mother die. She had a heart attack. She's only 48.
I'm nearly that age, love.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
I couldn't bear to listen to any more. All those lies. The whole thing was revolting.
I'm sorry.
Vera, you didn't.
Well, I thought about it, and if no one did want the dog, well, I couldn't let it be put to sleep, Meg. And she seemed to like me.
And in passing sentence, I take into account the fact that you have no other record for violence. However, I cannot discount the arresting police officer's statement or the testimony of the two reliable witnesses, regardless of the defence's efforts to prove otherwise. Geoffrey Arthur Butler, I order you to be placed on a bond of $500 to be of good behaviour for 6 months. Should you break this bond, you will be returned to this court for further sentencing. Should you abide by this bond, the conviction will no longer be recorded. This court is adjourned.
Fletcher!
Congratulations.
You really had to do it, didn't you?
I couldn't lie, if that's what you mean.
Well, I've got to stay in this lousy country for another 6 months because of you. I've lost that recruiting job and now I've got to try to scrounge a living.
You're lucky you didn't end up in jail.
You've ruined me.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, well, I hope you rot, you bastard.
Excuse me.
Get out of my way.
You and I have a lot in common.
Like what?
Being stood on by Jim Fletcher. Look, I'm not a rich man, but I have enough. You need work. Maybe we could work something out.
Maybe we could.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down, but the sun and rain are prisoners too. Around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare.